Believe it or not, chefs crave really simple meals. After a long day, we're not reaching for ribeyes, lobster, or foie gras. We want quick, easy, cheap, and tasty. These are the 5 dishes I made during or after a shift, the kind you share with friends and coworkers. And remember, let's start with probably my favorite lazy weekend snack. Sound good? Let's cook. Pimento cheese dip may be one of the best around, and bonus because it's dang tasty and dang easy to make. However, out of the gate, you need to decide what kind of cheese you want to use. Sharp yellow cheddar, a sharp white cheddar, or a combo of both. You could even use pre-shredded if you wanted to keep it even easier, although I'm not down with all those anti-caking agents that are in those. Now, the hardest part about this recipe is grating it, which, well, isn't really all that hard at all, and I'll be doing the combo, so 8 ounces each, sharp yellow and white cheddar. Then transfer it into a large bowl, and now it's mayo time. And I'm sorry, but Duke's is the GOAT. All of my friends down south know what's up here. So we're going to add in next 1 cup of mayo. Yeah, that's a lot of mayo in this, but this is the way. No cream cheese at all. Okay, at this stage, add in 4 ounces of pimentos. Make sure you drain off any liquid. Then just give it a quick season of salt and cayenne. And this right here is a very traditional pimento cheese dip that would be phenomenal. But there are definitely some acceptable additions you can add in to enhance it to make it that much better. Starting with finally grating in a half garlic clove. Then about 1 teaspoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice. And finally, and my favorite, a 1/4 cup of small diced pickled jalapenos. Or of course, fresh is good to use here as well. Now give everything a mix, and gosh, do I always hate the way mayonnaise sounds when mixing. Last but not least, give it a taste and see if it needs anything else. For me, I'm good on this. Serve it up in a bowl, in a jar, it doesn't matter because it's going to go quick. Now classically, just served up with some crackers, but if you wanted to get a little fancy, you could certainly slice up a baguette and toast it up under the broiler for 1 to 2 minutes per side. Now it's time for a bite. It's just so good. It's so simple. My wife loves this. Seriously though, wait till you see the very last thing that I show you. You're gonna die. But first, one of my favorites, scrambled egg toast. This is definitely a morning shift restaurant special. Those of you that know, it's delicious. We're gonna start by cracking 4 large eggs into a bowl, and then I'm gonna add in 3 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream and give it a whisk. Instead of just any old scrambled eggs, I prefer the French versions, œufs brouillés, which, well, includes more fat, so yeah, they're better. Now to cook them up, you can use any pan you want, non-stick, stainless, whatever. I'll go French classic here with a saucier pan and 2 teaspoons of unsalted butter. Turn the heat up to low medium heat-ish, and then once the butter is melted, just add in the eggs and then constantly stir them in a circular motion. The goal here is low and slow, but since we're cooking eggs, it's still pretty dang fast. And as you continue to stir, you'll see small egg curds that are created within a matter of 1 to 2 minutes. Now, in case you like large egg curds, just stir them every 15 to 20 seconds by pushing everything to the center. Either way is completely fine, to be honest. And just in case you're wondering, you season eggs at the end. If you do it too early, they become too watery. Not good. Okay, so once your eggs still have a creamy texture to them, just like this, now is when we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of cold unsalted butter. This will add more fat and flavor and help stop the cooking process a bit. However, of course, you could go the Gordon Ramsay route and hit it with some creme fraiche for a hint of fat and acidity. Then last but not least, a season of salt and pepper. Now for the toast, I'm a sucker for brioche with these. Maybe it's from Thomas Keller or just to the fact that we had brioche buns back in the restaurant I sued at. Regardless, any bread will work. All it gets is a quick toast and some butter until golden brown, just like this. Then eggs go on top, and an optional garnish of chives or parsley is good for me. It's just so good. And it doesn't matter what time of day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, I'll eat it for every single meal. Now this next one, pasta with peas though, always a family favorite. First, before you get started, you need to pick whatever pasta you'd like. Personally, I do a ditalini, rigatoni, fusilli, bussiata, anything where the peas and sauce can nest inside, so you got them in every scoop and bite. Whatever you decide, add 1 pound to a large pot of boiling salted water, but as soon as you do this, it's go time, because I don't feel like cooking and neither do you. That's why you're watching this. In a saucier pot, add in 2 teaspoons of olive oil, then over medium heat add in 1 small diced shallot. Give it a gentle season with salt, then just give them a saute for 1 to 2 minutes, or just until those edges start to brown up a bit. Then at that point, stir in 2 finely minced garlic cloves, and as soon as you smell it, it's done, which really only takes about 30 seconds or so. Now add in 1 pound of frozen or fresh peas, whatever you got, give them a quick season of salt, then add in 2 cups of either veggie or chicken stock, or just plain water's great. Totally up to you, but the stock will make this richer in flavor. I'm just going to cook this for 1 to 2 minutes over high heat. I'm just looking to take the chill off the peas, that's it. Then transfer everything into the pot over to a blender. Next, and totally optional, 2 fresh basil leaves. Now place on the lid, remove the center cap to release the steam, and blend on high until it's completely smooth. You should get a beautifully bright green sauce from this. Let's quickly transfer this back over to the pot we're cooking in, and then add in about a half cup of water to that blender, swoosh everything around, add it in there to the pot as well, along with some salt and pepper. Now if I time this right, and it's been about 8.5 to 9 minutes, the pasta should be a perfect al dente, and yep, we're good to roll. Strain it and add it right to the sauce. It's almost time to get in this, but first add in a half cup of grated Parmigiano Reggiano, or even Pecorino Romano would work. Then for a little French love, 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and then a bit more of S&P. Fold and toss everything together until it's completely coated. This pasta is definitely on the saucier side because, well, my family tends to like a little pasta with their sauce. Now when serving it up, feel free to hit it with a bit more Parmigiano, and if you're looking for some protein, we always have one of those grocery store rotisserie chickens on hand, so feel free to chop it up and add it right to the top. Beautiful, and without question, you can do this. It's already good. As soon as it hits your lips. Always just a family favorite, can't say enough. And what, maybe 10 minutes? However long it takes to cook the pasta, you're cooking the sauce in between, and then it's done. What's better than that? But, the next one is probably the easiest one on the list, and it's so good. This is the easiest, fastest snack that I used to hook up before the rush back in the day. Believe it or not, it's a Spanish dish called pan con tomate, or as we just called it, tomato bread. Start by cutting 4 ripe tomatoes in half, and then simply slice out the stem. Now over a strainer in a bowl, grate in the tomatoes skin side up. You essentially use this as protection, and once all the meat of the tomato is grated, you'll stop right when you hit those skins. Discard, no need for them. Now once you're done grating, remove the water from the bowl and then add those tomatoes right in there, and then hit it with 2 tablespoons of olive oil, salt, and pepper. Give it a quick mix and just set it to the side for a few minutes while we hook up the bread. Now any rustic style artisanal bread is best for this. A ciabatta, semolina, sourdough, heck, even a slice of Wonder Bread will work. Just use what you have. It'll be all good. Once you're done slicing, we want to toast this up in a non-stick skillet where there's just enough olive oil to coat the bottom of the pan. Turn the heat to low, medium, and then add in 4 garlic cloves. I like to get the oil a bit more flavored up, and yeah, I'm pretty sure maybe that's a bit too much oil in here, but oh well. It's a forgiving recipe and it'll still be crazy delicious. Let's add in the bread and just toast it up for a few minutes per side. Nothing more than that. Simple, quick, and satisfying, my friends. That's what we're doing here. Once we're browned up and toasted on both sides, remove the bread, and then I like to rub the garlic cloves into the bread, and that rough toasted texture will sort of break down the cooked garlic, which to me is awesome. The more garlic, the better. At this stage, spoon on some of the grated seasoned up tomatoes and maybe an optional garnish of minced fresh parsley. And similar to that pasta we just made, if you're looking for a little protein, it's totally acceptable to hit it with a slice of jamon or prosciutto. This right here is money. Done, son, and in under 5 minutes. Gotta love it. It's an awesome snack every single time. Now, the last one, or almost the last one, I always say soup is my first love. And this egg drop soup, you're looking at 15 minutes max, and it's incredible. I'm going to start by cracking 4 eggs into a spouted measuring cup. Trust me, this will come in handy in just a minute. But first, give it a quick mix with a whisk or a fork. Either is totally fine. Set it to the side, and now let's head back to the cooktop. In a small 2-quart size pot, I'm pouring in 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, and over low-medium heat, I'm going to grate in a half garlic clove and about a half teaspoon of fresh ginger. Not overly classic here, but I love the additional flavors this will bring. Give it a quick saute for maybe 30 seconds, and then pour in 4 cups of chicken stock. In addition, add in a half teaspoon of sugar, season it up well with salt and ground white pepper. You could add a bit more sesame oil for some more flavor and fat, up to you. And then we're going to boost the heat up to medium to give it a nice simmer. Now this soup tends to be thicker, and the way we get it is with a slurry. So in a bowl with 3 tablespoons of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of cold water, give it a mix until it's combined. It's okay if it's a little pasty, no problem, you've got this. After a few minutes, let's head back to the cooktop, and the chicken stock is there. We're going to add in the slurry while continuing to stir, and you should notice right away that the viscosity will almost immediately change and thicken up. Let's turn the heat down to low-medium. Now using a spoon, stir at a slow to medium pace in the same direction while slowly pouring in the whisked eggs. See? You see why I did the eggs in this? It works really well. So as soon as the eggs hit that hot broth, they will immediately cook, and you'll see these nice long strings of eggs. Just keep stirring. Don't stop, or you're going to get huge chunks of poached egg, which is what we do not want. And once it's done, I serve it up in a pretty traditional manner in a bowl with some sliced green onions and an optional hit of soy. I like the additional salt. Oh yeah, so good. Comfort at its finest. Love the extra egg in there. But if I'm being real with you, after a super long shift, when I don't feel like lifting a finger, these next 2 are undefeated. Name me a quicker, better, last-second meal that takes less than 1 minute and hits harder than a PB&J. As long as you've got thick sliced bread like Texas toast and crunchy peanut butter, you can pick the jelly or jam. And I'm a little extra here with raspberry preserves. Man, this is giving Jeff's Table vibes, but seriously, so good. And then the meal that may trump all else. Cereal. Even when it's bad, it's good, and I'll eat whatever sugary goodness is in the cabinets, especially if I'm about 6 minutes from falling asleep but I'm still starving. And plus, the games and quizzes on the back, total bonus. Yep, still a kid. Now, if you want to grab some of those kitchen essentials that I use in the restaurant or at home, check out Cook Like a Pro with these 15 must-have kitchen tools. It's loaded with great stuff. I'll see you over there. I got cereal.